All right, here we go. Got my mug of the day ready to go. Hi, Carlos. Thank you so much for tuning in. So early, so fast, so on it. I love it. I'm just slowly getting done. I just sent out my Art Hero Monthly exclusive newsletter. So excited. There's some scavenger hunts on there. So now that I'm here, I'm just making sure I have my, let me go get a paper towel. That's what I'm missing. And the last thing I'm missing is a plug to keep my phone charged okay. Why is it always that I get all twisted up on my cords? Okay, and we're here. Hi, Elizabeth. Thanks so much for purchasing. Got it. I am plugging this in, and of course my cat hears me talking and is like, oh, food? You're giving me food for the 18th time today, right? Nope. No food for you right now. Thank you. Okay. Artist Loft markers is you get what you pay for. And they're really good. They really are, but the caps don't just come off easily. You have to like press and twist and then hope that it stays together like so. If you have any questions while I work live, feel free to ask. This is just a basic start before I start painting. Just getting a solid down. That way it's easier to paint over. How's everyone's days going? Let's see. So sometimes I'll teach how to draw the characters. Sometimes it's just, hey, you can sketch it while I'm painting it and then you can paint it, or, you know, create your own little character to do. But for now, I am just getting down to all my colors. But yes, it's very fun and exciting to see these little guys come to life. And this one was quite desired as well. Super flattered when that happens. So good job snagging it, Elizabeth. Okay. There we go. And see, Lisa, we fixed the problem with the comments, you know. Got it working. I'm doing good today. I had a work day yesterday. I can't complain. It is gorgeous here. It rained last night and today it's just beautiful. It feels like a spring day. I laid outside and got some vitamin D from the sun and it felt so good. So hopefully you guys are all well and everyone's in, you know, just doing what they do, just living and surviving through this world we're in. Okay. This one is slowly leaving my life on that side, but the other side is better. And we're gonna go this side. Oops. So this is just generic for anyone watching in the future. Yes, the rain was gorgeous. It was nice and soft. However, sad story I'm gonna tell you during this Florettle time. We've moved to a new location and there's a lot of wildlife where we are. And Astrid was outside on our porch, which we have like a wraparound porch. So like any animals coming onto the porch is probably not very likely. And so I've known that after we live here, like they're going to get scared. And yes, there's coyotes and yes, there's probably little, you know, bobcats or just things to mess with the cats. And I was like, the only way they're going to learn that going outside is danger is to kind of like keep them close by, but do that. Well, my kitty decided that she was going to go outside last night because what they do is they start just chewing on everything and scratching up everything. And since it's a rental, we're like, we don't want them to destroy this place. They destroyed the last place. So where animals were outside and our dogs were outdoor dogs. I mean, I was a kid, so I didn't have a choice in the matter. They were outdoor animals. And, you know, to be quite honest, they lived quite a while. I know there was like 2 that ended up going missing, but we lived in the middle of nowhere. So when I tell you that they lived out there and here we are in this urban jungle, if you will, you know, I wasn't too worried about it. Well, anyway, Something spooked her. Something scared Astrid. And so I was like, okay, well, you gotta stand. And she starts hissing and growling, and probably the scariest I've ever seen her. I've never had her attack me or go near me. No, not Astrid. Yeah. And she turned and took it out on me. And that was one of the scariest moments that I've ever had owning a pet. I've had another time where my cat attacked me, but it was an innocent attack. I mean, hers was innocent. She was just scared and defending herself, and clearly she smelled or saw something, but she doesn't really leave the porch. She stays right here, and I saw her run right past the window. Nothing chased her. I thought maybe it was a raccoon, something like that, and she turned on me, and it was terrifying, and I was all by myself. And I mean, I was screaming so loud, I thought, we're set pretty far back, but I thought somebody would have heard me screaming. Probably wouldn't have known where it came from. And she did not turn it off. She was coming at me full force, ears back, mouth, like all her fangs showing. And she jumped towards my leg, and she tried to bite me, and she tried to go for my face. And directly going into background paint, I sure am Maria Vega. And Maria Vega got this phone call yesterday, or the text of this. And so anyway, I mean, they're animals, right? They're just doing what they can do. I would never hold that against her, but I was so scared. And so that was my first night alone without Greg here with the kitty. And it just was one of those things where it was just really, really something I never want to encounter again. So I'm a little nervous about tonight, because she started to go after me about an hour later when I went back towards the sliding door where she came in, and she started growling and started in. And Greg by then had made it home, because I called him. I was like, hey, don't leave me alone tonight. I know you got your swap meet in the morning, but please come home. I need help and protection from her. So she did get a little scary last night. She's been good okay today. Still a little spooked when she goes over by the door, but overall, she's been much better today. So now I'm just like, just going to close the door tonight and be like, nope, you stay inside tonight. You go out during the day, and inside you stay tonight, because I'm not going through that again. That was so scary. Yeah. She could have hurt me. She didn't though, but she went for my leg with her teeth and her claws. And, after that was pretty much it. That was it. I mean, it was scary, and she was persistent. I grabbed the blanket off the couch to try to cover her, to calm her down, because she loves hiding. Animals love to hide when they feel threatened. But she just was relentless. It was like I did it to her. I was like, oh my God. She kept coming at me. And Thor saved the day. Thor ran out from under the bed and was like, sister, what are you doing? And then she turned on Thor and maliciously and viciously attacked him. But he's so fast, he backed off of her. It was like, whoa, what's going on? She kept lunging for him. And then, like I said, about an hour later, Greg showed up. And she must have still had it in her head that I was near the door and I was bad. And I was telling him, I'm like, hey, I was over by the door. And like, here, this is what I did. And I just went to pull up the shade. And I mean, she just went straight into crazy cat mode. And he's like, okay, I believe you, get away from the door. And he had to like intervene and block her with his, like, he wears like welding pants. So he knew that even if she went for him. But my poor baby. I was like, I'm not mad at you. I'm just really scared of you. So I didn't want to go to sleep alone. But yep, keeping her inside for sure tonight. But that's the story. It's kind of a sad story. But, again, I have to let them realize there's danger outside. And they are usually indoor, or she's usually indoors all the time. We had a back patio that was all enclosed and high fences. So she never really went out front till we just started to, like, right before we moved, she got the guts and like ran outside one night. And I was like, well, if you're going to be in the front yard, you know how to get over the top. You've done it before. And she started to get comfortable again. And our coyotes weren't coming around the apartment buildings as often. But this place, oh no. Oh no. It's pretty like, it's loud here with the cars, but at night it gets quiet. And so, yeah, I wish I knew whether it was like a coyote or a raccoon or something. I was like, even if it was a possum, I don't think so. I don't think it was a possum. I think it was definitely one of the other two. But she learned where she stood on the food chain yesterday, and I learned where I stood on the food chain because she came at me. And I was like, I'm not messing around with this at all. So that was my night last night. So I went to bed at almost 3 a.m. I got a little shut-eye, but I just watched Harry Potter, and then she finally went into the bed and went to sleep. Oh, and Thor went outside while I was handling her because I was so scared of her. I was like backed up in a corner, and by the time Thor distracted her, I had grabbed my phone and called Greg and like ran towards the kitchen so I could block myself into the bathroom if I needed to. I mean, that's a scary feeling to feel like you can't come out into your house, you know? And what was I going to say? And so he ran outside like, what's up, sister? Let me go see what it is. And then he came flying around the corner the same way she did. Like, nope, I'm not going out there. So whatever it was, danger. And I kept thinking, I'm watching Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Like, what if it's a werewolf, which is like my biggest, scariest thing that I know probably doesn't exist. But if I haven't seen one, you know, just saying, if you've never seen a werewolf, who's to say they don't exist? That's all I'm saying here. Okay, you can't prove something that you've never seen, and you can't say it doesn't exist. That theory and that legend became why. You know, why are there vampires? I'm just saying. And now on to Florettle talk. But yeah, I was watching Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, and I was like, what if it's a giant like wolf outside? I'm like, Eva, you live in Southern California. The odds of it being a wolf at all is not very good. But that's the story that will live forever on this YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Okay, we're just splashing our basic colors down, and then basically we will, basic, we're going to go back with all of our pretty colors. Pretty much, he got that phone call. I was like, she's not happy with me. I'm the only place she's directing it, and it is not looking good for me. And she wouldn't stop following me around the house. Even as I speak right now, she's staring at me. Watch. This is what she looks like right now. Please ignore my little mess I made for her to try to play with her today. Do you see her? We even brought out her little kennel to try to calm her down so she could hide. But see how she's just sitting there, staring, waiting, watching. Yeah, it's too much for me. It's too much. But she's been really needy all day today. And I don't mean needy like with her claws on blankets. She's been like, oh, you're getting up? Oh, you went somewhere? Oh, you need me to go with you? You know, like super scared, watching the door. So I'm just hoping she doesn't turn on me tonight when I go anywhere near that. So I told Greg, I'm going to close it during daylight, close the screen, do all that, just so she doesn't affiliate me with like anything bad coming through the door. But yeah, the cat. Why? All right, sorry if the phone shakes a little bit. And like I always tell people, I can't play music because I'll get booted off of my stream playing licensed music. But you feel free to play music in the background if you don't like the silence behind me. A lot of people will say, like, what do you listen to when you work live? And I'm like, no, I listen to stuff. But like at the end of the day, I think I just sit in silence. I'll put on a movie, but I don't pay attention at all, which just wastes energy, you know, and runs the electricity. And when I play music, it can help. Sometimes ASMR, but not always. Yeah, she does still look scared. She looks really, really scared. So I'm like, let's paint Florettles today, Astrid, and it will be a better day for everybody. Huh, Mama? She's looking at me like I'm crazy. Yeah, I'm not joking. I will take that ankle bite any day over whatever happened last night, because that was scary. Too much. And I was like, I'm on your side. Please don't do it. And then Greg's like, go outside and scare off whatever's out there. I'm like, you want me To risk my life and the outside? I don't think so. Not okay. How dare you, crazy man. Everyone knows you never take a shower when something like that's going on, because it's always the person in the shower, right? I'm going to take a shower. And then boom, whatever's outside comes inside. It's known. It's a known fact. Known fact. Known factoid. Okay, let me go back with black. And I'm going to start blocking out Samoa. And making sure I have everything nice and neat. Trying to stay clean today. It's really hard to do. I start making piles of paint. You'll see it starts to happen. And I really need to not do that. Okay. So now I'm just taking my round brush and I am creating those edges again, cleaning it up. Okay. I love that right when I went live, Greg called me. And I was like, seriously? Right when I go live? Right when I go live? I've been here all day. He calls me right when I go live. And then his mom called me and was like, how are you? Are you okay? I was like, I survived. I survived. Whatever happened? And so she was laughing. She thought it was funny. I was like, it's not funny. It's not funny when it happens to you. Okay. All right. So I'm just blocking in all that black because as it restricts, that's when you start getting these little white dots all over the dark canvas in the back. And we want to get rid of it. And I really like the edge being really textured and jaggedy. Hi, all you 8 people watching live. Thank you so much. It's nice to see you on here on a Sunday. Oh, I did go see the movie Dog, which I was really not wanting to see because, one, I've seen the dog movies, okay? They never end happy for the dog. So I need a stun gun, I know, right? But my fear is always somebody using it on me. That's what I like. If you're going to use it on somebody else, they can very easily take it from you and use it on you. So that's why I'm always like, bare hands are fine with me. Just kidding. I saw, and I have to say, if you haven't seen it, there's no spoilers here. I pay $20 a month to see movies for $5, which always seems weird. Like, or no, $20 a month, I see unlimited movies. That's what it is. But, and then you get discounts on popcorn, which is everything to me. And I had already seen, what did I go see the other day? Uncharted, which I genuinely really liked. It's just a fun movie. I like National Treasure. Oh, see, I put my finger there and it lifted up. They didn't realize. I just like adventure movies. I don't like fighting movies per se or action movies, depending on what it is. But I like adventure. So National Treasure is one that I really like. I really treasure it. And so anyway, I saw that and then I asked Greg like, oh, can I go see the new Batman? And he goes, well, if you're going by yourself, I'd rather go with you to see Batman. Because he's not a big movie goer. He can watch movies at home, but he doesn't like to go to the theater much. He'd rather be doing something else. And I get that. But for me, it's my escape from the real world and all my responsibilities. And for 2 hours, I know I'm in there eating popcorn, drinking soda, and living my best life. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll go see Dog. I really don't want to see it. Not the biggest Channing Tatum fan, like acting wise. Of course, he's gorgeous to look at. Okay, do I really need to say anything? I've liked him since So You Think You Can Dance. I know anyone watching this that doesn't find him attractive, I'm sorry. I'm that person that you probably can't stand. So anyway, I go to see it and I have to tell you, it was a very good movie. It wasn't great, but it was a good movie. Not my favorite, not like one I'll rewatch with a friend or anything like that. But if you're bored and you've been looking and you're wondering if bad things happen, yes, there's some sadder moments, but it's not. I didn't even cry once, and I cry in animal movies, like pretty much always. Milo and Otis, what do you call it? the journey, what was the one? The dog, the cat, The Incredible Journey. I cried because they always find a way to make you cry because it's aminals. Even if I know it's fake, I still cry just because it's real life for me. Adventure is one of your favorite genres. Okay, so you get it. And anywho, I just wanted you guys to know I would not promote it if I was not interested. And I was like, I went in with no intention of liking it. Just was like, it's a free movie. I got to get my $20 worth a month. I'll go see it. Greg wants to see Batman, so I'll wait for him. And then I was like, okay, not too bad a movie. Definitely okay to see in the theater if you're spending full monies. Okay, if you don't have the thing like me, I would say maybe skip it till it comes out. Well, nowadays I feel like everything's out, right? You can just see it right from home. And was I a big fan of the new movie Turning Red? Not my favorite. It went a little bit, when like movies are pitched a certain way and then they kind of go a whole nother route. I think that was this for me. I was like, oh, this went on a weird little spin like I wasn't expecting. So I think I was more like, again, can watch it, but won't be rewatching it. Where Encanto, I was like, I really liked it. I did. And I was like, I'm not going to rewatch it, though. I've already got the premise. We're good. It's not one of my favorite movies. It's gorgeous to look at. Lorelei Bouvet did a fantastic job with concept art and all of that. But now I've rewatched it like 4 times, and the soundtrack is extremely catchy, which we're not surprised. So there's that, too. I'm just saying. Okay, while this is drying, I'm going to start working a little bit on the background for the hair. So we're going to add some of this into it. Now, I'm going to ask Elizabeth, are you here? And I'm going to give it a second. If you are here, do you like the more simplistic, like loose leaves for leaves? I better leave it alone. Do you like more of the loose leaves where they're just kind of little sprouts? Or do you like more of the pom-pom like I did the Sassy Girl where it was more full? Or do you like more of the simplistic ones? Thank you, Katie Flowers. Little flowers coming in. Hello. So just let me know and then I'll start on the background. Now, if Elizabeth doesn't answer, I'm going to make that call. Based on what I think the character would look like. But I never did the hair, so she has no idea what it would have looked like. Okay, I'm going to pull out some golds and start with some gold in the background. Let's see. Where is my... Yep, that's it. Pom-poms. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. I know it's on a bit of a delay, so I'm just waiting it out till I hear responses. Okay, so we're going to add this gold, which I didn't do on the other ones at first, and then I'm going to add more. I know, right? She was here. She's here. We are here. We are here. We are here. Okay, so now I'm going to do, some pouncing. Got too much paint out. There we go. Okay. Little pom-poms for the hair. Okay, get that going. We're gonna get the cute little eyes going. No, I haven't used one of those brushes yet. I'm gonna use a yellow brush. I'm gonna grab my acrylic paint, make the switch over from gouache for a second. Get the eyes going. And we'll add those little eyes back. I'm just kind of covering it up for now. Okay, we're gonna go back to some greens. I just picked up emerald green the other day. Get that little leg in there. Okay. And I'll add all of my darker colors in a minute for shading and line work. And I'll come back again with, what do you call it, black, and keep cleaning up the background. Okay, now we're gonna do, let's see. We're gonna do some pink while the background dries for the hair. That way we can work on it like right away. I'm gonna keep this little brush out. Okay. There we go. Get a little nose right in there. Okay, now we're gonna come back with, we have Shell Pink and Pale Peach, which both are beautiful. I'm so glad you love watching them come alive. Hi, Jazz! How you doing, Jasmine? It's good to see you on here, friend. Hope you're well. I know everyone's been like so quiet since the Isle of Magic Marketplace. It was exhausting. If you're as exhausted as I am. It was like, I don't want to talk for a while. I want to be really quiet. Thank you so much, Carlos. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm just adding a little more here. Okay. Now I'm going to grab a better line brush. It's really small. I am looking for, wait for it, hold on. I set them very nicely. I cleaned up yesterday. And then of course I'm like, where's this thing that was laying around where I could just grab it from the floor? It's because it's not on the floor anymore. Okay. Boo, 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 boo. Oh, homework. Ooh. Ooh. Bless your sweet soul. I pray you get through your homework easily and you get A+ or whatever it is now these days with school. Okay, we got the cute little eyes. Little bridge for the nose. Give it a cute little smile. And don't worry, I'll add the cheeks to it. I'm just kind of getting my base for it down. So as I say, instead of using black, try to find other colors to use as an alternative to black for line work. So here I'm using a really dark green. One, there is black all over the background, so it's like that's one reason I want to. But also, you know, there's other ways to create line work without just using black, unless it's the aesthetic you're going for. And then, of course, like, I totally get it. I totally get it. Let's see. Just been working and trying to survive. Yeah. They increased your hours since January, so I feel exhausted all the time and haven't created. No! See, they're trying to suck that creativity out of you. Your new place looks magical and relaxing with all those windows. Thank you so much. I have to say, though, sometimes the windows can be a bad thing because your eyes, you know, when you're taking in too much light. And so you kind of like, oh, it's too bright. But I'm learning to work with it. Like, if I lift this up, all the light comes from the back and it creates a shadow if I lift my board up. So sitting on the other side is actually good. So that way I'm getting the natural light from my back, from the back of me, but then I cast a shadow over it. So I've tried on both sides, and I think this side is like the best side to be on. Still getting used to it. I'm not used to having like windows right at my face. I'm used to having windows, you know, to my side, but I never liked that. So now I'm like, you get what you get, kid. Okay, we're starting to get a little bit more. They are trying to take my life away from me. What are you guys doing? Okay. I'm gonna use white, and I'm gonna go with my not ash blue. I'm gonna go with misty blue. I think that was what was wrong the other day when I kept using ash blue. It was too dark. And I was like, why do I always feel like it was never too dark? Well, now I know. It's because I was using ash blue on the eyes instead of misty blue. Misty blue adds a nice natural shadow, so when you add that highlight to it for the eyes, it really makes it start to pop. Yeah. So I'm not complaining about the light. I'm not complaining. I'm just stating, I'm saying a fact. I wasn't used to it. I'm getting used to it. I am loving it. And then basically downstairs is where I have my workspace for packaging orders and getting in orders and stuff. So I have 2 different areas. 3x3 frames from Michaels. Oh, I'm so excited. Yeah. That makes me really happy. I'm glad that like you guys are investing in frames because I never did. And in this new space, I'm like, okay, thank you whoever made a sale. Thank you whoever purchased something, whoever made a sale. Whoever purchased something, thank you. I was going to say this new place, I'm like, I need to be a grown-up and have frames, okay? None of this, tacking things up with washi tape. I did do that just temporarily until I can get all my frames, but my Paperman piece is one of my favorite pieces I own, and it wasn't up in my last space because of wall space being limited. And I was like, I will not hang it up. That means I will hang it up at this new space. So I'm excited to finally find a frame that works for that. Hi, Astrid. Do you need something? Yeah, tell me more. You're going to be eating when I get done with this, okay? Yeah. Can you guys hear her meowing? Yeah? Uh-huh. But what else do you need? Uh-huh. And are you going to be okay until I'm done? Okay. She said yes. I don't know if you heard her, but she said yes. She knows it's not too long to have to wait. Oh, the kids, what are you going to do these days? What are you going to do? She goes back under the bed. Oh, it is not my time to eat. Under the bed I go. For a certain, the original Mickey sketch. Yay! And then I'm working on my Luna next, which I got for a commission order. But when I'm done with hers, I would like to make hers into a print just because I really like it. I know a lot of people draw Luna with her Patronus. So I'm like, I know it's been done, but I'm different. It will be slightly different now. All right. I love using black to be like the negative space between so I can shape the character more. It's like so much fun. I don't know. It's like just cleaning it up so nicely, and the brush work is so much fun to do. Another reason I love black as a background is I don't have to necessarily add an outline to the character. I did, but I don't have to because it's kind of taken care of when you outline it after like this. So much fun. I'm going to kind of work on these pieces that I painted on there, but now I wanted to shape them a little bit more. Okay. So up next, oh my gosh, my friend just told me she's making me a Jane from Firefly hat for winter. She's like, it's done. I didn't know you liked Firefly. I'm going to make you one. I'm like, I am the luckiest girl ever. I did have a Jane hat, but I lost it a long time ago, for those of you that watch Firefly and Serenity. If you've never watched it before, back onto watching things, you need to. I really wish I had known about it sooner. I learned about it probably in 2012, something like that. And I was like, wait, this existed back on Fox when I was in high school? And they're like, yeah, it was way before its time. And Nathan Fillion, woo-wee! Talk about magic. He's beautiful. Okay. But anyway, everyone's seeing that I'm a fan of the show. But the show was only like one season and it got canceled. So it's super easy to catch up on. I don't know what's streaming it. I don't know if it's being streamed right now, but it was on Netflix like 2 years ago or something. I've seen it on like Amazon one time, but not anytime recently. But it is worth buying if you like space cowboy future, but also with like Western, you'll like it. It's a really good show. And Joss Whedon did a fantastic job. And also, I will say, on the note of Joss Whedon also did, worked with Don Bluth, one of my all-time favorite animators. And they did Titan AE. And if you haven't seen Titan AE and you like Joss Whedon or Firefly, it's a great animation that I really, really enjoy. And I think Titan AE is usually, you can get it on Amazon. But the show is called Firefly. It had Nathan Fillion. Why am I forgetting his actual name? I know him as Wash. But, oh my gosh, I know his name. Maria. Wash's name. Because everybody seems to know him. He did the voice in like Star Wars of the droid that was in, oh gosh, the second new Star Wars movie. I think it was the second new Star Wars movie. I don't remember all their names, all the things. And Serenity was the movie that followed because it's one of the only, as I know, one of the only fan supported, or because the fans felt like they were robbed because the show canceled, they made a movie, Serenity, to kind of wrap up the story. Alan Tudyk. I said it before Maria wrote it. Alan Tudyk. But Alan's done voices on like Zootopia. He did the weasel on Zootopia. He's done so many voiceovers. You guys are guaranteed to know who Alan Tudyk is. But anyway, picture in 2000s, Alan Tudyk, Nathan Fillion, and all these incredible actors that created the show, and I just love it. I love everything about it. And then come to find out, Maria and I become friends, and I said something about Firefly, or she did something about Firefly, and I was like, wait a minute, you're a brown coat? And she's like, yeah, I'm a brown coat. If you watch the show, you know. And I knew right then and there, I was like, I know who I'm dealing with. Like, Maria can never leave my side now because we're brown coats. Oh, the rookie. Yes, Nathan Fillion. Gorgeous man. Incredible. He seems like such a doll. There's even Firefly references in like, what do you call it? The one he did, Castle. There's a Firefly reference when he dresses up for Halloween. He basically dresses as his character from Firefly, but no one that knows it, you know, if you don't know the show, you don't know that he referenced it, and they did a little nod to it, but oh, so good. Can we, Maria? I thought you and I were like, that was the extent of it. Okay, we can't share them with other people. I was already upset I had to share them with you. No, I'm just kidding. It's an ongoing joke that we all have. But anyway, just saying, it's such a good show. It's incredible. I hope more people really start to get to know it. And then once you've watched it, you'll start to see so many things are Firefly out there. And I just found the lunch pail from, it was probably like mid 2000s, but I was gonna say I would go to Comic Cons and start to see the characters walking, like not the actual characters, but people dressed like them in cosplay. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're Jane, you know, oh my gosh, you're this person, you're that person, all that. And you start to find your people without knowing them. You're just like, you're a brown coat, you're a brown coat, you're a brown coat. Oh my gosh, you're a brown coat. And there'd be people dressed up like, Malcolm, and you're just like, oh my gosh, Captain, oh Captain, my Captain, yes, Captain, whatever you say. And so it's just really exciting when you find people that are into, especially like things that most people don't know. Like I dressed like a Kima from Titan AE. It was my only cosplay I think I've ever done. And everyone thought I was Leela from Futurama, but my hair was super short like Akima's. It was cut very similar, and I did purple. I did her whole outfit. And one guy walked up to me who was playing Edward Scissorhands for cosplay, and he's like, are you Akima from Titan AE? And I was like, we can be friends forever. So it made me really happy. You love when they do that. Yeah, so I'm just very much in love with that community. It's such a good community. Okay, we're gonna slowly start getting all the details to wrap this up. What do you think, Elizabeth? You getting pretty excited? I'm gonna end up adding like nice little straight lines through here to show like it's connected to the head. And we're gonna add the little curl that I have decided. They just all have this little curl. Oh my gosh. The curl gets me every time. Okay. It's funny, I didn't know Maria was still here. And then, of course, I say, like, Firefly. And she's like, I'm here. I'm here and I'm ready. Let's chit-chat. It's my favorite. Oh, hi, Maria. I didn't see you there. I didn't see you over there waiting for me to talk about our boyfriend, Nathan Fillion. Thank you, Elizabeth. Yay. Obligatory. Tell me it's cute. Just kidding. Just kidding. I am so excited about this little. Look at the little face. He's so excited about life. I'm so glad you love Florettles, everyone. You did spell it right. Or Florettles. It has an L. Florets. Because a floret, you're technically right. A floret is what's on top of broccoli. And they're little, so we went with Florettles. And I will say it, until the day I'm gone. Delightfully Jess had a huge part of that. I kept trying to think of a name last year during the pandemic, and Delightfully Jess was like, well, they look like little broccoli florets. Like, you want to name it something like that? And I was like, well, what about like Florettles? And then she's like, it's done. That's the name. So thank you to Delightfully Jess for the amazing support in deciding what to name the babies. So now if I take another color similar to, a darker tone for shading, I can go really close to that really dark color I have down there and just kind of go near it, and it will still block it in. And I'm gonna add a little bottom lip to this little baby. Nathan called me. So happy for Elizabeth. I tried to bid on this one. Oh, I know. Maria's like, you know how much I want. I was like, I know. But it makes me so happy to know that they're so loved by the community. They're just happy little characters. They just want to live so happily in your home and bring you so much light, love, laughter, and magic. And rainbows. Okay. So I'm going to zoom in. And when I zoom in, you're gonna see, right now it looks like white by the eyes, but when I add actual acrylic white, that's why you add a shadow. And if you follow some really famous artists, start looking at the eyeballs. You're gonna start to notice they don't just have white in their eyes. They have white highlights, but the rest is like yellows and blue tones and greens even, like a soft green color. Okay, so that's how the white pops, is because it has that shadow. Then I can take a color like misty blue. I'm sorry, I like ash blue. And I can dilute it with water and some white. Oh, I didn't have any on there. I thought I did. Let me get just a teeny bit. I'm talking a touch here, a pinch, a touch, a little bits. So see how, oh, you guys can't even see it. So I'm watering it down and really diluting it. I'm gonna use this at the very top of the eyes, okay? Just the very top to add a bit of a shadow. So that white really starts to pop. I'm making sure all my water is not running down. Okay. And I'll touch up that pupil a little more so it looks more like this. I don't blame you. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love all the love about it. No, you take it. No. Sounds like Tarzan. Okay, I will be adding more color to the hair, if you will, the little green hair. There we go. Now you can see the eye better. Okay, we're gonna scroll back. Florettle hog. That is okay. I mean, hey, if someone's gonna fight, can it be over my art, please? That's like the biggest compliment ever. But I want it. No, I want it. I'm like, aw, you guys. So sweet of you all. Okay. Let me get, now I've been using the same little like pouncer brush. What I need to do is I need variety. I need to add a smaller brush. Hold on though. I know I saw, there we go. I was like, I know I have more. Okay, so now that it's smaller, I have a bit more control over the little pieces. Okay. You're not telling anyone to take them. You can't have them. You can't have them. And no, you definitely cannot have them. These are mine. We get it. Nobody's upset. It's fair. What's fair is fair. And I made it fair. I was like, nope. You're allowed this many. If you snag them, good job. The little boom boom. And I'm going to add just a touch of white down here and a touch of white down here. Okay. Sorry, I had to think. I was in think mode. Think. Okay, we're going to use some of this really bright. You have good taste, Lisa. Oh, thanks for saying that. I feel like I'm listening to someone else have a conversation about my art, you know? Give it little sprouts because I never make them the same. we go. Almost like little trees in their hair. I was super focused. I was hyper focused on making those. Thank you, Elizabeth. That makes me so happy. Did you know what an ermine is? I learned that today watching a Twitch stream. No, I have no idea. I can't wait for you to tell me what an ermine is. An ermine. Ermine. I just wanted to add a little highlight where the eyebrow is going to go because I was kind of losing it in there. So I'm just going to drop this little highlight and then I'll add that back. Okay. Oh, that's what it's supposed to be. Magic. Magical. Okay, now we're going to add... Okay, now that I've done that, here we go. Now we're gonna work on the little tail. It's an animal, an animale. Aw, animale, what are you, Italian? I love it. It's an animal, okay, interested. Tell me more. I definitely don't know all the animals in the world, so I love learning. Learning is my favorite. Is a type of weasel with a slender body that inhabits the temperate and Arctic regions of Eurasia and North America. And it looks cute. I wouldn't be surprised if I've seen one before. Does it look similar to a ferret? Is that kind of what it's like? Is that what it's like? A weasel, eh? Ooh, look at this. Look at this opera pink. I just reloaded this, Elizabeth. It is now back in stock here at the Critterosity household. So you're getting some of that thrown in. Make it really pop. Okay, so we got pink into a deep yellow. We're searching the description. Okay. People are getting my scavenger hunt game that I just sent to my art heroes. They're like, oh, I get you. I see what you did there. I'm like, yep, you're welcome. You want to get a discount, you got to earn it. You got to earn it. Well, I'll have to look it up. An ermine. Or is it Hermione? Hermione, the weasel. Just kidding. Okay, now we're gonna, and remember, I'm gonna take black and add my sharp lines to go over anywhere I mess up. So if I bring the tail color out too far, it is all good. I'll work my way back. I keep working my way back to you, babe, with a burning love inside. You're welcome, singing music for you that you don't want to hear. Just kidding. Let's see. And for those of you that are here that have no idea, I know that's like nobody on here, but I'm going to play this route anyway because this is going to be saved forever. We're going to know about ermines. People are going to be looking it up. That was spelled Ermine. You can look in the chat box. I think the chat box stays. I can't remember. And you can support me on my Art Hero Monthly, critterosity.shop.com. Art Hero is to the top left. Also, guess what you guys are going to hear because you're so lucky, like this little Florettle. If you're an art hero or not an art hero, you're on this YouTube stream and I appreciate you. I just came out with customizing the handheld purse wallets, not just the zipper coin little ones like this. The big ones are now able to be customized. I also just came out with a May the 4th line. I'll be promoting it on my Instagram after this live. The first people that got the link were people that are on my Art Hero Monthly. So just saying. Live entertainment. Pretending I can sing. Pretending I can sing. I don't know, whatever. Okay. Oh, this blue. Oh my gosh. I just purchased this blue. Hold on. Let me see. Aqua blue. It's perfect. Since Ron is her soulmate and the Patronus is a weasel. Maria! Is it a weasel? It's an otter. It's an otter, Maria. It's not a weasel. Gosh, Maria. Hermione's like, it's not a weasel, Maria. It's an otter. Oh. Right? It's an otter. Is it not? I'm just saying. Okay, we're going to go to pale lilac to soften this little end here. So cute. And then Maria's going to be like, oh, yeah, it's an otter. You oughter know that. Get it? You oughter. Monty Puppets. We were just talking about how you sent me. I saw it. It dropped in on my screen. You're going to make me a Jane hat. Maria's going to be jealous. On the YouTube, and your lighting is amazing. Thank you. All natural light, no overhead lighting. The only time I turn it on is to get the glowy glow of the glowness. Whoa. Of the glowness. Oh, Ron's is a... Oh, wait. After Ron finds out that Scabbers, because it's a rat, right? Am I lost here? Hold on. He finds out that Scabbers is like no longer... Oh, his Patronus. What am I talking about? I'm thinking of his pet. His is a weasel? Ron Weasley. Does his last name can't be Weasley and his thing's a weasel. Because then Hermione Granger would have to be like Hermione Catger, okay? and Harry Potter would have to be like Harry... I just can't even say his name with anything. Harry Deer. That doesn't make sense. Oh my gosh. I love our conversations when I'm live. It's like my favorite. Let's see. Wonder if that's why that's Hermione's name. Hold on. I'm rereading what Maria wrote. It's hard when you guys write things and I don't understand what you're saying. Okay. No, dang it. Somebody writes every time I scroll up to read it, and even holding it down doesn't work. Okay, you guys were talking about that. Yeah, then it went to Maria. Jack Russell Terrier is Ron's. Me looking at Jane's hat. Yeah. Mr. Weasley's is a weasel. There we go. Okay. Hermione's is an otter. Yes. I guess I forgot about Ron's Patronus. Now you guys are chit-chatting. I'm trying to scroll back. Hold on. It was when Maria wrote gasp. And I was like, wonder if that's what's Hermione's name since Ron is her soulmate and his Patronus is a weasel. There we go. Thank you, whoever just made a purchase. I adore you. You're keeping this artist alive. Also, I have my sticker packs on my homepage to help the Alaska Zoo. And no, it is not your typical zoo. I know when we hear the word zoo, we all automatically think, oh, putting babies in cages to make money. But no, the Alaska Zoo has a lot of conservation, education, etc. And that's why we're supporting the Alaska Zoo, which my friend Rita Rosaurus is actually very involved in what's going on in Alaska since they live there. And very informative, and know that like I don't support just zoos making money. Okay, they've got to be doing some research, having animals in there to keep them safe so they mate and all that jazz. And then it is a Jack Russell. Okay, there we go. But we said Mr. Weasley is a weasel. So maybe that's where we get. Let's see. Thank you, Tamra. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, I almost did the wrong color. How dare I? What was I going to say? And then I have the Kitty Bake Sale stickers available, and 100% of the proceeds from the sticker sales go to those amazing places. One is my local place, told to me by my dear friend Tracy, and the Alaska one is because of Readerosaurus being up there, and he made the cutest little polar bear sticker that comes in the little sticker pack. So if you do that, so appreciated. If not, no worries. Okay. And the Figaro embellished. Yay! Thank you so much. Thank you. Hi, Audio Kyle. Thanks for tuning in. So there we go. Okay. All right. So we're basically, I always think of Family Guy when the girl's all truthishly. I'm going to finish with glitter and gold. Glitter and gold. Glitter and gold. It's not the holidays yet. That song always plays here. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I am looking for... I've been moving everything around in my little containers so I can keep all my colors in the correct containers, right? Right? You know what I'm talking about. And in this case, I did not mark my golds. So shame on this one. Okay. Bring it on. All right, Maria and I both got these at Art Supply Warehouse the other day. This is Arabic gold, I believe. I don't know what the older one was. It's definitely different, but there's that. Let's see. People are laughing that I touched a lizard. I'm like, is it that? Are they? I know people don't like squirmy things. What was it? A few weeks ago when my mom was visiting, I had my friend over, and this huge grasshopper, like this big, was flying around, and Thor was chasing it. And my mom's like, make sure you go get it. And my friend's like, you are not picking that up. You're not grabbing that. Do not touch that grasshopper. I'm like, it's a grasshopper. It can't hurt you. And I like went and picked it up, and she was just like running away. And I was like, what's wrong? What's wrong? I'm not the person that's going to chase after someone with it like my dad used to do to me. That was the worst. He'd like pick something up like a spider and then like chase me with it. And don't get me wrong, all animals are super important, okay? But just saying, spiders, I just appreciate from afar. I don't need to hold them. Plus, I don't feel like I can read their personalities. So I'm just like, I'm good. I really, really, really don't want that. You made a second trip to the website today. Thank you so much, Tamara. So appreciate it. I was trying to get the newsletter out last night for Art Heroes so that you guys weren't, like bummed that you ordered things. I did see that some orders came in. I'm like, please don't be Art Heroes. But, if you used it for good in another way, I figure you'll shop again, right? Hopefully in the future. And since Tamara's here today, I want to say there's a special package with my name on it that I have yet to open. And I'm very excited because Tamara makes beautiful things like glass and plates and different wonderful things, has sent me little gifts here and there of like magnets and a necklace that they made and ornaments. So now I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to do my stories today of me opening up all these beautiful packages. So thank you, Tamara. If you guys want to see what Tamara makes, which you don't have like an online store. You just make things for yourself, correct? For friends or whatever. City girl here, no creepy crawlies. Respect, but keep away. I totally hear you. I totally understand that. Ted's got it. That's all I got it. That's all I understand. Yeah. Okay. No more spiders. Hope you didn't get any. Yeah. Haven't been here long enough. Don't know. But I can tell you that those spiders at that last place were, and I've seen some large spiders where I grew up. But these are like a new breed. They're definitely something that it must have, I don't know, come from somewhere else, written in somebody's suitcase from another place. Maybe they're spiders from, you know, some magical world. I don't know, but those were some of the scariest spiders I've ever seen just loose in the house or in the apartment I was living in. I went to my neighbor and I was like, hey, have you been getting spiders like this in your apartment? He's like, no, not really. And then a week later, he's like, okay, that's no joke. I know what spiders you're talking about now. And he has lived there. Well, he lived there for like, I think like 5 years, but his mom lived there for like 30 years. And he goes, nope, never have we seen spiders like this. But this thing, okay, this is a 4x4 picture. Keep this in mind, okay? It's a 4x4 picture. It definitely was the size of this Florettle, which is basically the size of my gross wrinkly hand. Sorry, I'm super dry. Hot water, no good for me. It would have fit all the way in the palm of my hand easily with wingspan, with their legs set out, if you will. And I was like, nope. I mean, again, appreciate, respect. The first one got away. I'm trying to remember what happened. I think the first one got away or we released it. The second one we caught, inspected it. I had to research it and understand it. And then that one I released out in a park really far away. And don't worry, I'm not talking like the children's area. I'm just talking like in a big old park. And then the third one, I think I washed down the shower drain because it was in the bathtub. I can't remember. All I'm saying is when my life is on the line, okay? Just kidding. My life wasn't on the line. Let's take a look at just the gold, okay? And I will add my light afterwards. We're going to add glitter now too. And I got to put those little eyebrows back. So let me do glitter first, then the eyebrows because I don't want it to stick to the paint. Did you hear about the 3-inch spiders coming to East Coast? Has a web that is 10 feet deep. I'm sorry, 10 feet deep as in like if you walk into it, it's like 10 feet long of a web. Like you would have to keep fighting through it, like with swords, like in a cave. Or are you talking about 10 feet deep as in like they build into the ground, like the, I forget what they're called, the ground ones that make the hole in the ground. You got to be specific here. I got to know. But the other night, I almost walked into a brown widow that had built a web within, I would say, maybe 8 minutes of me being home. And then I ran back out to like grab food. And I turned the corner and I just happened to always stop. Anytime there's posts or 2 trees near each other, I'm like, nope, this is perfect landing point. And now I'm kind of bummed because they are beautiful, the orb spiders come back out. And that's spring through summer, and then they kind of go away. They are stunning, but in the morning, you will like leave your front door and walk right into one. So I don't want this year to be the year I actually end up with one on my face. You know what I'm saying? Every year, I wish this is not the year that I end up with one on my face. No more, let's see. Sorry. Did you hear about the 3-inch? Oh, and Tamara says, yes, just friends. You can't buy these things. You have to be a friend. Just be a friend. Did you hear about the 3? Okay, so you wrote about that. No, not in the ground. So 10 inches, let's pretend I'm this person like walking, right? I'm like, well, I look like a spider, but I'm walking and I hit the web. You're saying it goes from here all the way back is a 10-foot web it built? I can't. And is it an orb spider? Is it poisonous? Because there's so many orb spiders. See, everyone thought that the hobo spider, which isn't very nice, okay? The hobo spider might have been the one that was in our house, but I don't know. I don't know because I looked at a bunch of photos and it didn't look like it. So I don't know. I got nothing. But the first time we saw the spider that I encountered several times over, I don't know, what was that? Fall of last year. The ones that I saw the first time, it was massive and on the door to the bedroom. And I happened to be going to bed. I turned the hall light off and I felt like something was right next to my face, like on the door. And when I looked, it was huge. It was so big and it was so fuzzy. It was so fuzzy. And everyone's like, it's just a wolf spider. I'm like, no. I know my wolf spiders, okay? I grew up with wolf spiders constantly at our house. Never that big, but definitely bigger but no, this was not. I don't care what nobody says. And I don't care what anybody says. Nobody, anybody. All of it. So please don't dream of spiders and then blame me tonight. I really appreciate that. I did that to you guys. I'm sorry. Talking about the spiders. Okay, I was trying to move away from tipping my glitter over the character because when it's 4 inches like this, it's like it just spills all over the glitter or all over the pan. I don't know what I'm saying, all over my desk. Okay, so let me turn the light on because you get that kind of like bounce of light. Okie dokie. So here we go. Yes, I say okie dokie. All right, I grew up with a mom that says it all the time. All right, so there it is. It's gold. It's got the glitter. Elizabeth, approval. Or do you want to just sell it to somebody else right now live? Just kidding, I'm teasing. You don't think it's poisonous? I would scream too. I would absolutely scream. And like I said, I would never hurt a critter unless I think it's something where it could be in a place where, no, if this thing gets loose and comes back, it could hurt me. So I try to relocate, which can actually hurt them because if you relocate them to not where their home was, that can also, you know, end their lives. So I try not to. I try to always put the critters kind of back in an area it knows, but they usually find their way back. So, but there it is. So sparkly. Thank you. There it is. There it is. Nope. You're keeping it. Okay. So there's that. Thank you so much for tuning in live. Now, fun news is my next Pop Shop Live, this goes live. For those of you who are signed up on Art Hero Monthly that get a, and sorry, that's so funny. This one was mine to keep just for photo reference. I set like a drink near it and it left like rings on it. So that's not on the actual one. That is so weird. It like took right to it. Okay, so don't put your drinks anywhere near it. I probably like put it right on it. But whatever it was, it added this little extra ring to it. Just look at the gold. The gold's the only thing that's gonna shimmer. I had to ask. So if you like postcards, I tried to keep in mind not to write anything or not to put any of the embellishment here. So that you can write in marker, you know, and then send it to someone, or you can just put it in an envelope and send it. But this will be available this Friday for Pop Shop Live. If you're one of the private shopper experiences where we go on like 15 minutes early and you get a chance to snag items with only 9 other people, these will be set aside for you to try to grab there. And I believe I ordered only 50 of these. So if you're on the Art Hero Monthly where you get an extra postcard, this is your extra postcard, just so that nobody's like, wait a minute, I got one already. Well, now I don't want to buy one, you know. Thank you so much, Jazz. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So there's that. Those are new. And for those of you that liked the Pascal, that was the winning design, the Pascal, basically all my postcards now are going to be made with gold on them. That's it. It's over. It wins. It wins my life. All right. We got more rainbows and a place to write, but you have to use marker because these soft touch pieces. I also find that these get torn if you send them as is. Now, if you're okay with that, that's fine. But I do suggest sending it to a friend still in an envelope and just use a stamp. I know it's a little bit more, but it's worth it if it stays intact. You'll be framing yours. Thank you so much. So there's the little Pascal getting painty with us. Thanks, Pascal. Thank you so much to everybody who's supported and purchased my little Florettles. I'm not sure about auctions this week. I do have a lot of commissions and work for some companies that I have to get artwork out to them. So depending on availability, I will try, but I'm just not sure. So just be ready for a lot of this just in and newer items. I'm glad that he's one of your favorite, the Pascal design. It's so weird to me because when I break it up so that nobody can screenshot it, but still see it in full picture, when I do that on my, here, I'll show you on my Instagram. I know layout wise, it tends to move, but at least for those first few photos, you can see them grouped. Oh, look, the Pascal actually has an even amount. So I do that so it breaks them up, but as you can see, it only shows this. And, you know, it's liked by 47 people, that one image, you know, it doesn't really get comments. But the one usually with their face, you'll see that it gets a comment with it. Oops. You know, that's usually where the comments land, is when it's something they like recognize. But just a reminder, like, you know, I know you like it when people comment or say they, you know, like, oh, it's a great, cool design. Thank you. So it's always funny that after it comes out and I start getting the product, everyone's like, it's great. And I'm like, oh, nobody really said anything. So I didn't know. So don't be afraid to let artists know when you really like something. I mean, don't just say it for everything. Say it for the things you really genuinely like, because then it pushes us to do maybe more products with it or do something else. There are 2 sticker packs. One sticker pack is of the kitties, and that's just of mine. And then the other sticker pack is to help the Alaska Zoo for polar bear conservation and research. And that one, Evan did a polar bear. We don't want to push him to do too much because he is amazing and young and has all these fun things he's got on his plate. So he made a polar bear for that one because I said, let's help the polar bears. Where do you want to donate? And he chose the Alaska Zoo by his house. So just saying, there are 2 sticker packs that are available. And that's pretty much it. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in live, making my life totally worth it. Always is worth it just to work on my characters. And thanks so much to Elizabeth for picking a beautiful Sunday for us to do this and paint together. I'll be working on my Luna, which, by the way, I will show you guys the digital image first, since you're here, and anyone that comes back to watch this. Like I said, you never know what's kind of hidden inside my live videos, because you know, I feel like sharing and caring. So here is, boop, 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 boop. Okay, this is a look at it. So there's my design. Like I said, there's a lot with her glasses on her head. I mean, this is just a simple sketch. I already could tell you right now, like the glasses have to move over, all that. But I'll be painting it, but I want to make a digital image as well. So if you have any interest in this piece, it will become digital at some point. But for now, it's just going to be a painting for the customer who got this commission during the Isle of Magic, and they had to pick a Harry Potter character. So again, just a sketch, very loose, not completely done. And I hope you guys